Peter Barlow, Chris Gascoigne, is on the warpath in Coronation Street as he lashes out and attacks Mr. Thorne. It might feel good at the time, but it lands him with an assault charge, and suddenly Mr. Thorne has all of the power again. Carla, Alison King, is forced to make an approach to him over the charges against Peter, but what does Mr. Thorne want in return? Meanwhile, Abby Webster, Sally Carman, makes headway as she digs dirt on Imran Habib, Charlie DeMello, while Tyrone Dobbs, Alan Halsall, has hopes over his future with Fizz Stape, Jenny McAlpine. Monday, May 9th. Mr. Thorne is served fist for starter. When Peter and Carla find out what Mr. Thorne did, Peter angrily demands an apology. Peter declares that he's going to put a stop to his abuse of power. Peter finds Mr. Thorne in a restaurant. Mr. Thorne winds Peter up and Peter loses his temper and punches Mr. Thorne. The police arrest Peter on suspicion of assault. At the police station, Peter is charged with assault. Summer reveals to Oddie that she's joined a diabetic support group. Later, when he suggests to Summer they could try again, Summer admits she's fallen for someone else. Summer meets up with Aaron from the diabetic support group and opens up about her bulimia. Aaron's taken aback and Summer worries that she's scared him off. Kelly finds Abby in Seb's memorial garden. George reveals that he suffers from sleep apnea and shows Eileen the mask provided by the doctor. Sarah tells Kirk that from now on, all he has to do is answer the phone. Jacob answers the call and, pretending he's Kirk, efficiently takes the client's order. Sarah tells Carla that Kirk has secured a huge order with Danny Mentoff, who's been giving them the runaround for years. How will Jacob react? Wednesday, May 11th. The Thorne in Carla's side. On behalf of Peter, Carla tries to make amends with Mr. Thorne, but she is shocked when he asks her to dinner. Reluctantly she gives him her number on the basis he will call her about dropping the charges against Peter. Meanwhile, Mr. Thorne offers to drop the charges against Peter and retire with immediate effect if, in return, he withdraws his complaint with the hospital. Peter returns home and Carla accidentally leaves her phone behind. Peter's horrified to read a message from Mr. Thorne telling her he looks forward to their dinner. What will Peter do? Peter tells Carla that he intends to make him pay. Aaron assures Summer that he's in no way judging her, but reckons it's best if they don't see each other outside of the support group. In her bedroom, Summer looks at her reflection in the mirror, hating what she sees. Leanne suggests Imran and Toya to have a naming day for Alfie. Imran tells Toya that Abby won't be going to the naming party. When Sarah suggests he should work his sales magic on Mr. Needham, is the game up for Kirk? Meanwhile, Tyrone suggests that Fizz should stay and watch their favorite TV program together for old times' sake. What will Fizz say? Friday, May 13th. An old spark fizzles. When Tyrone offers her a lift home, Fizz is touched and admits that she never had this trouble when she lived at number 9. As Tyrone pulls up outside Fizz's new house, she offers to show him around. Is there a spark between the pair? Abby films Ben as he buys some drugs, but Ben clocks her. Abby gives Ben a choice: either he admits that Imran paid him to lie, or she'll share her video of him buying drugs with his boss and the police. What will Ben do? Peter calls the Gazette and asks them to run an article about Mr. Thorne's unethical medical practices. Peter asks Aggie to dig through the NHS records and provide him with any information which might incriminate Mr. Thorne. Aggie explains that she can't afford to risk her job, but will she decide to help? Sally offers to accompany Tim to the doctor's, but he insists he wants to go on his own. Kirk finds Tim loitering outside the medical center, but Tim makes excuses and does a runner. Tim lies to Sally, making out that the doctor said his condition is nothing to worry about and perfectly normal after a major operation. Meanwhile, Summer tries to call Aaron, but it goes straight to voicemail.